Hi, I'm Rohit, and in this video, I'm going to talk about implementing Dynamo to improve the functionality of my Revit model created for Project 1. I've basically explored two main functionalities that can be performed in a much simpler and more efficient way using Dynamo. One is the parametric variation of the various components and establishing a relationship between them, and the second one is implementing curtain panels and assigning material properties to them. For the parametric variation, my design intent was to link the various instance parameters defined for all the domes in Revit. This would mean that the dimensions of the smaller domes on the cupolas would change with a change in any dimension of the central dome. For this, I basically read the parameters of the central dome defined in Revit and then scaled them using appropriate factors, which were then inputs for the smaller domes. This was then repeated for all the smaller domes on the cupolas, and this way I could link all the parameters together. Now let us flex the dimensions of the central dome and see if the smaller domes are responding. You can see that all the four domes change the dimensions on changing the dimensions of the central dome. With a similar approach, I could also establish a relationship between the positions of the minarets and the positions of the cupolas. The design intent here was that the positions of the cupolas would change on varying the positions of the minaret using a scaling factor. For this, I first read the linear dimensions defined in Revit for both the minarets and the cupolas, and then linked them together using a scaling factor. Now let us flex the position of the minaret and see if the positions of the cupolas vary with it. Here you can see that all the minarets and the cupolas change their positions together. Finally, I explored the power of Dynamo to play with my curtain panels on the building mass. The objective here was to assign desired material property to the curtain panels. For this, I used Excel spreadsheet to select the individual panels to be assigned the desired material. The number of rows represent the number of horizontal grids, and the number of columns represent the number of panels in the vertical grid of the curtain panels. So the cells having the value 1 were assigned the primary material, which is marble for my project, and the cells with 0 were assigned glass, which is the secondary material. Dynamo can be used to select each of the panels on the grid and then store them in an array and then assign the desired materials to them. These are the nodes that can be used for such operations. With this approach, I could assign any desired material to any section of my curtain panel. Here are some of the variations that I tried. Thank you for watching.